Okay, this is take two of the season finale. Okay, guys, so welcome back to the Take Over Pressure podcast. I'm Desiree, host. If you're new here, thank you for watching, tuning in. So, if you watched my last episode, you probably heard me saying that I would do a three-part season finale. Scratch that. This is just the season finale. There's no point me trying to drag it out. Just make it all into one episode and just tell you guys what's going to come up. And yeah. So it's time for a rebrand, as you saw in the title. And the rebrand is both for me personally and the podcast. And this may come to shock to some of you because of the name Faith Over Pressure, but I am going to rebrand a little bit, but we will talk more about that later. The first thing I want to discuss about the so-called rebrand of my life is my singleness. So if you don't know, I am 26 years old, never had a relationship before, and yeah. So if you watch my previous videos, you'll know that I used to try to be in a relationship so bad, but it just never worked out and all that. So I recently came to realize, like, I want to say a couple months ago, not so recent, but a couple months ago, that I am no longer trying to pursue a relationship. And that was partly because I thought I was moving somewhere, but it was so more, well, let me say it like this. At this time right now, I'm not moving out the city or out the states. That was the main reason why I started to stop looking. But another reason was it just takes so much energy, especially for someone that does not want to be around you like that. Or it just takes so much energy when you feel like you're putting in more effort and they're not. Top out even better. It just takes energy, period. Right? And I do not have the time to focus on stuff like that. And I came to realize that I am using my singleness as a training ground for my life and not just a waiting room. Because so many women, whether you're the woman of the world or Christian women, they use singleness as a waiting room, trying to wait for their so-called perfect person to come along and like save them or to make them happy, which is not the case. And I see more and more women getting out of this mindset, which is good because it is important to develop yourself while you're in the season of singleness versus when you're with someone and cause some issues. We get so discouraged because it doesn't come in our timing and we give up on it. Because I know I had. I'm just speaking from personal experience. But recently, even when I found out I wasn't going to move when I thought I was, that I'm like, I just need to focus on something else. Therefore, I'm not gonna do dating apps. I haven't been on those in a while because, quite frankly, for me, they just don't work. Out of all the people I've so-called matched with, I've only been on 2 dates and a 2-year time span. And majority of the time, they just say hi and then that's it. They don't even want to continue the conversation on the app. I mean, it's just waste time. And also, I came to the conclusion that if I was not single, you guys would not see me on this type of platform of trying to show the love of God through this type of medium. So I just came to that conclusion a while back. So I just wanted to share that. So that's one thing of the rebrand I would like to share is my singles portion. The next portion will be about the career and finance part. So as you guys know, I'm a phlebotomist, and if you look it up, usually it does not pay that well. It pays like maybe just for you enough to survive. Not even to say, in my circumstance, in my opinion at least. The people around me that are phlebotomists are honestly are in the same situation. Either working a job like I am, or they they have someone to support them or they live with someone. So that tells you right there that, at least for me personally, this career is not enough. Also, I've been in this for 3.5 years now, and I would say by the 6th month, I'm like, oh no, Desiree, you cannot do this for the rest of your life. It's just so monotonous. And yeah, you're helping people, whether that be in a hospital or a blood center, but it's just the same thing. You stick, and it's really not that hard to me. It's very easy to get into because it's such a low entry barrier job still. I mean, if you need something to do, go do it, But for me personally, when people say, what do I love about my job? I cannot really say what I love about it. I can say stuff I tolerate about it, but love, no. So I've said this before. I'm trying to get into another career. It's kind of hard because I do not have a degree, and it's very hard for me to go back in school because of my situation. To be quite frank with you, as we've all seen, people with masters and doctorates have a hard time getting good jobs. I don't know specifically in this situation, getting a degree would help me in this economic we were in America at least. I don't know we watching, but in America at least. So I don't even know if it would help me at this point. I'm trying to get into the career that, for one, I can at least somewhat enjoy, if not tolerate, and that will provide the lifestyle I need. Now, I'm not saying money is everything. However, for me, I view a job as something I can tolerate for 8 hours of the day or whatever, and enough to sustain the life I want. That's how I view a job, to be honest. And if I like it, bonus. If I don't, if I can tolerate it, that's fine. Because to be honest with you, I did not see myself working a job until I was 6 years old. I really don't. I see myself either be successful in this platform or so another type of business of my own. Me personally, I do not like being told what to do. I do not like the fact that I have to ask permission to call off. I do not like the fact that I have to work even though I'm sick as a dog. So that's just me, and that's how I view it. No, not everyone's meant to be an entrepreneur, but I know for me, God has given me that calling. So I will take steps to pursue that one way or another. Therefore, I am looking at a job. The most important to me is A, does it pay enough for me to sustain the life I want and to save? Because that's important, to save and to invest not only in the business, but also in other avenues like stocks and whatnot, but also can tolerate it. Me loving the job, very bottom right now where I'm at. And I'm saying all this to say is because I have to make a sacrifice when it comes to the finance part. So as you can see, I'm in my own apartment. That time will end in a couple months. So the next episode you might see, I might not be in this apartment most likely because the fact of where I work at, and unless I get a new job, soon I realize I'm gonna have to move back in with my dad. I'm making that sacrifice because, well, quite frankly, when I'm getting paid, I'm already struggling keeping up with rent, and also the place that I'm in is not worth paying more. I am at a place where, well, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to live my own. This at a place is not well kept, and the management is not the best. Therefore, if I have the option to save money on where I'm going, I am going to save some money. Yeah, like if when I look back in with him, I should be saving, I should pay. I should be saving at least a half a paycheck, at least, which is more than what I ever had saved when living with my own. But it's just like a sacrifice on how to make because if I know I want this to grow, if I know I want something else to grow, like I said, I can save, it's something I have to do for the time being. It will not be forever, obviously. I don't think it'll even be a year, but we'll see. If it is, it is. But I decided something I have to make, and that's just part of the reprint I have to do. Like, yeah, 25 and 26 great, but sorry, 26, 27 Desiree may have to live with her dad for a year while she tries to figure some stuff out because me living this way is not it. Like, it's sad that I can't even save a good $100. That's just how I feel about it. So That's part of the finance career rebrand I'm talking about. Yeah, so sacrifices will be made next month. So we got to personal rebrand, right? Another thing I want to talk about is the self-care portion of the rebrand. So as a 26 years old, I have now decided to try to incorporate a skincare routine. Now you're like, Desiree, why are you taking so long to now try to establish a skincare routine? And to be frank with you, I do not really bother doing that every day. Even if it's like 3 steps, I still do not really bother doing that because I'm too tired. I just don't care. It ain't like my skin is terrible, but I know it needs maintenance still, and I just don't care to do it. But with this rebrand, I figured, well, a woman that I want to become has a skincare routine to be red stuff and to help nourish her skin. So I started with some cheap stuff you can buy in the drugstore and do all that. But it's just 3 things we're doing, 3 things, and we're gonna see how that goes. Obviously, I can't spend too much on skincare because of where I'm going, but I can start out with just small stuff and see how I go from there. And that also ties back into me trying to establish a basic makeup routine. Because if you know me in real life, I do not wear makeup. For me, as long as I have good hygiene, hair is slicked back on my face, I don't care really. But sometimes it is nice for the makeup to look good. I decided I need to develop a basic makeup routine. I'm not saying I'm wearing makeup every day, but I just need something that can hold me over if I want something to like juice me up in a quick minute. I decided to use stuff like some skin tints, as you can see, some blush, some like lip gloss or lipstick, well, maybe a lip liner here and there. That's it, really. So that takes you like 5 minutes to do. Then the last topic I want to discuss is what you came here for, the podcast rebrand. So, faith or pressure, the name obviously relates to faith, God, Christian life, and all that. And while the podcast was still mainly revolve around that, I feel like I put myself in a box when I made the name and when I started podcast. I still want to spread the word of God and show people his love and grace through his platform. However, I want to talk about other stuff as well. I want to interview people that may not be the most Christian people, but they have so good insight. Like, for instance, I'm thinking of interviewing some entrepreneurs of how they got started their journey. Thinking of interviewing people on how to avoid certain things in life or their globe journey and all that. The reason I am that's kind of a rebrand is because I just want to explore other things and that can still tie back to being about God. And we will still do some episodes, obviously. And it might be confusing at first, so I'm going to try to explain it. So there'll be some episodes where we're going to sit down with the Bible and talk about the verses, talk about some stories. I want to discuss like the woman at the well. I also want to talk about other stuff like I don't know, related to some current events and from a Christian life perspective. Or I want, like I said, interview people that may not mention this faith, but I know it's from my faith perspective in it. And we're going to tie it back to that because everything is rooted in the Word of God, whether we want to realize it or not. And that's in my opinion. That's just something I wanted to say. That's where rebrand coming from. I do not want to be a box because the what you want to call it, niching. I feel like is no longer a requirement to be successful. I feel like being a person of a niche is no longer a requirement. Therefore, I want to talk about what I want to talk about. However, I still will glorify God in its sense. It may seem confusing right now, but trust me, when you see the upcoming episodes I'm planning, I feel like it'll make more sense. And I hope it'll be more engaging to you guys and more entertaining to you guys, while also providing some political wisdom from him. But yeah, that's it. All I really want to say is talk about the rebrand and how it's tying into both my personal life and the podcast situation. So you guys will not see me for a little bit. I would give you a date, but I don't want to promise something and change my mind again because knowing me, either A, I take too long and overthink, or B, I want to get out to you so fast 'cause I'm so excited. And it's out like 2 weeks before I told you guys. Just stay up with our social media platforms and see where I go from here.